Ooh, parents vanished.
But those who knew them best say they would have never abandoned their children.
Wow. Oh, Adventures with Purpose. I love those people, but I can't watch them. It makes me sick thinking about people in a car for a long time. I'm glad they find people, but eh, eh, eh. My house is a filthy mess. Did Miss Southern Belle come in? Are you here, Miss Southern Belle? Well, Facebook. Uh, Airstream. Pontoon. Ooh. Hi, Liza. Southern Belle, she's a crack up, isn't she? I have that same hat, the blue hat that she has. Hi, Liza. How are you doing? And E. Johnson Wootson. Hello, hello. Where are you from? Where do you live? E. Johnson Wootson. Johnson Wootson. Where do you live? I always like to know where people are from. You don't have to say if you're worried about uh, doxing, but I'm in 200 feet over the edge of Boring, Oregon, where it's very boring. But how about you look at instead of looking at me, look at my beautiful boo, Kansas City. Ooh, are they having some more tornadoes there in Kansas? There, isn't that pretty? That's prettier than me, huh? Liza, do you miss that, huh? Your comment earlier, is there something wrong calling? No, you can call me Cheryl. No, it's just funny because the girls call me Cheryl and you call me Cheryl, but you know, it's just funny because I think of myself as mom or grandma, and Maddie calls me Cheryl. So it's just no, there's no problem. I don't care. It's just funny. You're supposed to call me Cheryl because I'm not your mom, and you got your mom. You got your wonderful mom. And your sister, she got married. Where'd she go on a honeymoon? Liza, where'd your sister go on a honeymoon? So that's just you and your mom now? You know I love you, Liza. Larry and I both love you. Poor Larry. Oh my gosh, he looks so bad. I'm having a hard time. Larry is in that beautiful view. We're in Oregon, so it doesn't get dark until after 9:30. June 21st is the longest day. Were you here for the longest day, Liza? Yeah, you were, because you went home right before 4th of July. And we have a bird that's been diving in our pond, so we had to put a net over it. I don't like the net, it looks ugly. And it's horrible. That bird cleaned out more fish. I only have about 5 large. I have a lot of fish. There's large ones, but the biggest fish. Beautiful views. Still daylight where you are. Yep, yep. Sun doesn't go down till 9:15, 9:30. So we have another 2 hours of daylight. And look at those orange poppies right there. Those wonderful poppies and the birds. And now I took the last bag of sunflower seeds, and Larry got the last 2 bags of bird seed, and they said they don't know when they're going to get any more. So I don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, we had Paul here. Liza, remember Paul? Um, he rented from us in the guest house, and he had dementia, and he just got worse and worse and worse, and he was just driving my husband nuts because he'd get up in the middle of the night to come see, come to our bedroom to check on, make sure everything was okay, and I'd get up and find him up in the middle of the night wandering around the floor petting his cat. Hello, Empress Takalakaka, San Francisco. Rice Aroni, the San Francisco treat. Justice for justice, or justice of justice for Janie. I don't, huh? What? Tell me what that's about. Justice for Janie. I can't read. My my eyes are blurry. I have thyroid eye disease. So I have eye boogers all the time and blurry vision. I have Ehlers-Danlos, which is a rare genetic disease that causes your joints to hurt and everything. So, yeah, it's no fun. Um, anyway, what was I talking about? My husband, Larry. Liza. Larry lost more weight. He's down to 140 pounds. And he weighed 180 2 years ago. He has skin and bones. He's had cancer, oral cancer, and it's come back again and again and again, but he beat it. But something is wrong, and I'm scared. He's 73, and they've done every test, and he's in pain all the time. He hurts all the time. Anyway, the doctor said it was the weight loss was from the stress, from having Paul here all the time, and I didn't think that was the case. I there's something wrong, and I think they need to check him out more. Yeah, it's daylight here. Yep, it doesn't get dark for another 2 hours. We're in Oregon, Portland, outside of Portland, Oregon. If I fly my drone, I can see Mount Hood. um, and so it doesn't get dark. The longest day is June 21st. It's the longest day of the year, and December 21st is the shortest day of the year. So it stays light until about 10:15 or 10:30, 11 o'clock. And one time I was out in my garden watering, and it was late. It was July, mid-July, and it was still light out, and it was about 10:30, and an elk came running. I was in my garden with this deer fence around it, but a elk came running. An elk jumped the fence, came just a few feet away from me, and all I had was the water hose and the flashlight to protect me. That elk could have killed me, but the neighbor had shot at it, and it went running, came across our yard. But we have cougars, so I have to take a gun with me to high thing one. Yeah. So my husband, I'm so scared. And I just watched a video of one of the other, I don't want to talk about another YouTube creator because I don't want her to attack me, and she will. I've seen her attack other people. But she yells at her husband all the time. And then she said, that she was yelling at her kids for not putting the ice cream away, and that she has to do everything, and why can't they do anything? And they said, oh, they're so stupid. And I was just sad that the way she talked about her husband, that
The ice cream I got is all melted. It's melted. Out of the fridge. Out. Go look at it. I just had to wipe half of it up.
she had to wipe half of it up. It was all
I am
melted.
so sick and tired of doing everything. I am so freaking sick and tired.
And she just abuses everybody.
Okay.
So, and then it got worse and worse and worse. And it made me cry. And her husband
I'm
is
gonna, you know what?
real kind and sweet.
Call my son. Wait. I don't. I'd have to get the cake box and see if it's gonna fit.
And she's always talking about
If it
people.
doesn't fit, I'm gonna have to hold the freaking cake on my lap.
She's always talking about how people are smacking their lips. She makes fun of other creators, and she's just mean. And here she's eating. We call her the Merb. I don't want to say her name.
I went with my best girlfriend. We have a private pool and the big take us the long way.
So she said,
Is anybody sure that knows Jim?
anyway, she was looking at a deer for 3 hours. And yeah, 7 people heartless, and they don't
It's
understand.
gone downhill. Everything has. Once
She's
they started
blaming
shouting my name
everybody.
and all that crap, that's all that comes up now. When you look at my name, is all that crap.
Because you're being
Okay?
mean to
They destroyed
everybody.
my algorithm. They destroyed it.
Anyway, then she said this in front of her kids.
Yeah. I am getting a divorce. How'd you know, Tom Down Jimmy? I am getting a divorce. Thank you. We are getting a divorce.
You take us the wrong way, but
Anyway, that's sad to tell your kids that you're getting a divorce. I would never speak that way to my husband. We've been married for almost 50 years, well, 49 years. Liza, you lived with us for almost a year. Did Larry and I ever talk that way to each other? You know we didn't. Not even behind anybody's back. Anyway, it was just really sad. And my husband is so precious to me, and I don't know what to think when somebody does that so publicly in front of their kids and everything. And it just is sad. And then with my husband being so sick and in so much pain, he's got fatigue. My husband used to get up at 5 in the morning. Yeah, he has an illness. Yeah, she criticizes other content creators, calling them old and that they got dentures, and that one, she said one is a alleged psychologist. I know she's got a doctorate in psychology. So, but anyway, it's just sad when you do that in front of your kids and in front of people. And every day her content is nothing but wicked and yelling, and just put in MERB, Merb, the all-night kitchen queen. She's on live 16 hours a day. She only sleeps an hour or 2 a day. So I think that's what's wrong. She sleeps in the morning. You don't want to know who it is. It's pretty bad. But I got caught up in that because I was defending a person that she was hurting. And I saw how deeply she hurt another content creator. And it was when this creator's father had died, and she was just cruel. So I don't stand for people that are cruel. I will defend. I'm always defend the underdog. No, but not that that creator is an underdog. That creator is a very smart, brilliant woman. Happy anniversary. That's a long time. Yeah, we were married in March 25 in 1973. I had to think for a second. I'm getting old. We eloped, and we never had a wedding because his folks didn't like me, and they were upset that my husband even dating me. And so we went off to Yuma. We lived in San Diego, and we drove 4 hours to Yuma, Arizona, to the Jody Sue. Who's Jody Sue? I don't know. It just put MERB. That's who I'm talking about. Merb. You'll see. She calls herself mommy, and she rambles all night. But anyway, we went to, I think it was like for $40, we got married, eloped. And because my husband had just graduated from college, and he didn't want his folks to know that we got married. And when he called his mom afterwards, she pitched a fit. And that was in 1973. And she tried until the day she died to get my husband to divorce me, to leave me. She just hated me. And she never liked me. But it's because I had a baby. I was 17 years old when I had a baby. And I didn't choose to have a relationship with this guy. He forced it on me. And he's in prison for doing the same thing to other people, including his 5-year-old daughter. So there's my girls. Hi, girls. Hi, honey. Hi.
Max, is he banned or
Is what?
is Max
You can
banned?
let him in. You can let him in. My girls are home. I don't know if I can see stuff.
Are you live streaming?
Yeah, I'm live streaming.
Oh.
Yeah, the one who lost her son. But she was being, hello, Miss Southern Belle. Hey, bring me my hat. Hey, bring my big blue hat. Where is that?
I don't know which one you mean.
The big blue one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I saw
I want to show Miss Southern Belle. Yeah, but
Can
she
you
was
get the
mean.
other phone?
She was mean
The
before
one with
that.
the Easter hat.
Your phone is hot. Oh man. Man.
Go to the argument and see if you can find a big blue hat.
Is it right there? But anyway, yeah, this was 2 years before her son died. So now she says her son's spirit is going to go after those that don't like her. So that means her son's evil spirit. It means he's not in heaven. Gonna need a burner phone to talk. She talks to him on the phone. It's really sad. Really sad. So, where's my hat? Oh, thank you. Okay, Miss, are you there, Miss Southern Belle? Miss Southern Belle, you gotta look. Is this the hat? You like my hat? Hat, a hat, hat, hat. How do you like this, Miss Southern Belle? Is this it? And I got my girls a hat, and we were gonna have a. Now I look uglier. Anyway, we were gonna have a tea party and all this stuff, but time got away. You have the same one. Did you pay like $30 for it or $35? Anyway, I got 2 other ones for our girls, but one's pink. And then the girls got me this hat, my Mickey Mouse hat. And they went to Disneyland a couple weeks ago. See, I don't want to see my dirty house. Liza's not here to clean up my house. Liza, get over here and help me. Yeah, that's creepy. Very creepy. Anyway, it just made me feel bad the way she was constantly, Jimmy, yelling at him and saying that he's stupid and things like that. When my own husband he walks on water because there's he knows where the stepping stones are. He can be a jerk. He could be a jerk, but so can I. We're both jerks. But he's precious and he's a good, godly man, and he always helps me. I couldn't do it without him because I've been sick, really sick. I had hemoglobin. I lost. You like my hat? I like my Mickey Mouse ears. People in the chat, why aren't they talking? LOL. We're not talking because we're just on a live. I don't know how to have somebody join me. Oh, I like BBT Boston. Where's BB? Somebody send a note to BBT Boston and the pink Lady Luck too. I like them too.
I'm not sure if he's gonna eat. He's trying to, I think.
Lady Luck.
But if it's still all the sofa that probably later, I think he doesn't want it then. And then
She does parodies, and I like
maybe I should have
parodies too. She's funny.
no on the TV.
Just a quickie. She's funny.
Mary!
Let's see.
It will be like 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Um,
Hope everyone's well.
On
Beautiful
live
day here. Hopefully, I'm
Call
gonna try to catch.
BBT. She's a nurse. She's an RN.
So,
Love the hair. Oh, my hair is
what's up, everybody?
bad because my
What's
hair
up, everybody? So,
my hair is falling out because of my thyroid. But I have been so sick. Anyway. Are you guys all prepped and ready for what's ahead with the trucking stuff going down? That's kind of scary, huh? So I'm
I
kind
am
of
getting
afraid.
a divorce. How'd you know? Calm down, Jimmy. I am getting a divorce. Thank you. And I don't know whether they're giving like certain channels more recommendations or what, but I've seen it. Look at YouTube creator tutorials.
Anyway, Mommy Scrambling's blog. Scrambling, they call her Scrambling. Anyway, East Tennessee. It's 10:32 in East Tennessee. So it's dark there in Tennessee. Ooh, do you live far from? Where is it? Downtown Tennessee, where the Parthenon is. What?
Are you gonna eat something?
No, bring me
Mary!
my drink. It was in a plastic cup. The girls love to feed the dogs and the cats. Thank you, honey.
Hey, Kay.
How you doing?
Food.
Thank you. Ooh, I got a napkin. Thank you. This is for the dogs. Here.
Max, don't think about it.
Where's the dogs? Anyway, here's what I wrote my husband here. See that
Take the bone.
SHMILY. Let me see if I can show you that. SHMILY. Do you know what that means? see how much I love you. Your one and only, your Cher. My name is Cheryl. The brown-eyed girl you met on January 1st, 1970. My husband, Larry. But we do that. Oh, just the trucking industry is down. 30 minutes from Johnson City. Is Johnson City close to Tennessee, to the Parthenon, or Nashville? You ought to look at that video from Nineveh to Nashville. They say a meteor is going to destroy Nashville. I don't know how true that is, but I think I'd be careful. Anyway, I'm just really worried about my husband, and I've been crying a lot, worried about him. And he started losing weight when he got the jab. Right after the jab, he started losing weight, and then he got a second jab, and then he got the virus. So even though he got the jab, he got it. Cher and Larry, yep, Cher and Larry. So
The only good thing about that is I don't have to smile all the time.
he retired from Motorola long ago. Good night, ladies. It's 9:36 p.m. in Kansas, and I gotta get up at 3 o'clock. You gotta get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. What do you do? Do you make the donuts or work in the hospital? What do you do? Oh man, I used to have to get up early when I worked at the hospital. That was hard because I always had to go to bed by 8:30. I'm closer to Knoxville. So, do you work in a hospital or make donuts? That's how I met Larry, at the donut shop. He walked into Winchell's and ordered a maple bar. On January 1st, 1970, it was New Year's Day. He was in the Navy and he was home on leave. He was living in Scotland, Holylock, Scotland, aboard a nuclear sub. So anyway, because I came from a very weird religious family, they were really fanatic, and our home flooded. We lost our home in a flood, in Loma Linda flood in 1969. And my mom said that God was mad at the world because of me, because I was a bad girl. I had a poster in my bedroom that said groovy, and I had a picture of a flower. And she said that was satanic work. So God punished the world because all of Loma Linda, everybody lost their house. There was a lot of homes that were lost. Ours was completely knocked off the foundation, so there was nothing left. And my parents blamed me, and they locked me out of the apartment that they were living in. And I didn't have anywhere to go. And I went to this dance place, and I partied with Alice Cooper, and I got pregnant. I didn't choose it. The guy gave me some drugs, and he got me pregnant, and he gave me the HPV virus that causes cancer, and that's why Larry got oral cancer. Good night. God bless you. And thank you for coming, Jeannie. And I hope you would subscribe to my channel. I'm looking for more subs. And you, E. Johnson Luton, good night to you.
Yeah, it is.
I'm trying to read the chat. Anyway, protect.
Check it out. Make sure it's
I'm gonna.
leave it all the way
Take a
down.
fork and she's,
Yeah.
I put a fork, I think it's fine.
I know on the outside, but the inside would be frozen.
Remember.
Anyway, I got the HPV virus that gave me the it gave me cervical cancer, and because I had cervical cancer, it caused me infertility. So, and it gave my husband oral cancer. You can get it. It's not from doing anything naughty. It's just you can even hold hands and get the. You can get the HPV virus spread just kissing somebody. So they tried to give my baby up, and I wouldn't. And I went to unwed mothers, and I had a dream that my
The microwave says 5 to 6 minutes, oven is 35 to
Um,
40 minutes. The difference, maybe I should tell my parents to get a microwave. Yours is 48 minutes.
protect pregnant.
That is so small. The pizza only takes 15 minutes.
I'm trying to find the link to my story here on
Okay,
Facebook.
5 to 6 minutes for the.
So I went to Home for Unwed
35 to 40
Mothers,
minutes
and
for, oven.
my mom wouldn't talk to me. She wouldn't let me talk to my sisters or anything. So she drove me to the Home for Unwed Mothers, and oh, this is really hard for me to even talk about. She wouldn't talk to me. It was a 3-hour drive, and she left me there, and she drove off without saying goodbye, and it just destroyed me. And so when I was 8 months pregnant, I had a dream. I had a dream, and it was God telling me that let me see. Now, please protect your kids from sexual predators. Okay.
I was standing there like that. My mom and grandma were here. And I said, please don't. And they said, well, you keep wetting the bed. Why do you wet the bed every night? I said, because Howard keeps doing this to me in the
I was
bathroom.
being molested
And
by
I'm
my
scared to go
uncle.
to the bathroom. And that's why I would wake up and I'd sit on the side of the bed and wet the bed every night for a long time. And so all the shaming in the world didn't stop me. I was terrified to go into that bathroom
So
where Howard would molest me. My mother would allow that man to give me a bath.
it was a crazy mom.
How ridiculous, even though he's married and with children.
So
Don't trust anybody. But that really
it just
tore
really
me apart. And my
stressed
mom
me.
started screaming, I'm going to lose the baby
So
because
anyway,
he said that. And
that
I
was
talked
the
about
beginning
that
of
earlier
my
in my last
pregnancy.
video.
But I had a
went out
dream,
back and I put my face in my lap
and it
prayed
was God telling me that
for my mom not to lose the baby. And I knew it was a girl. And I wanted a sister so bad
for me to keep
I
the
was
baby
almost
because I
7
would
years
never
old.
have another child.
When Bobby was born.
And that was
So,
true. That came
She
true.
lives. My mom didn't lose her baby. But I tell you, I was so ashamed because my mom said I
I'll
had
even
acted
like,
too
it's kind of
sexy.
sad. So if stuff
What
makes
mother
you sad
tells
and
a
triggers you.
6-year-old they're too sexy? And I remember standing in
She
the
told me I
pool
was too
there in
sexy when I
Arlington,
was 7 years.
going,
When I was
and I was thinking
5 years
what a
old, she
sexy
says I was too
and I was
sexy.
wearing a little yellow jumper.
That's why I got
tied up
molested.
here. I
So
remember the minute I was standing there. It was like
crazy,
yesterday.
crazy mother.
And then
But you
when I
know,
was 14 and a half,
My story is
It was
pretty sad.
kidnapped.
So if it triggers you or bothers you, don't watch it. I won't be upset if you don't watch it. Uh, uh, so anyway, I had a pretty rough start, and Larry and I had infertilities because of all the from the HPV virus, and then Larry's cancer. So oral cancer, he had tongue cancer, and he wasn't supposed to live. Tongue cancer is horrible, and he is a very good preacher, teacher. Um, but that all changed because having your tongue cut out again and again, it grows back, and then they form one using part of your leg muscle and stuff. So it's been hard, and I'm just worried that his cancer is back. That something, it may not be in his mouth, it could be in his brain or his lung, but so far there's nothing that they can find. But I don't know. That's just a real sad story. So I was 17 when I had my son. He was born December 13, and I turned 18 January 14, a month later after he was born. But I'd met Larry, and he married me a few years later. He was really good to my son. He was, yeah, I have to lean on Jesus, yeah. And I have to trust Jesus that I don't want to be a widow. I'm so afraid of being a widow. Our house is paid for. I don't have any debt. So financially, I'll be okay. But I can't take care of this big house. We've got 4,500 square feet. It's a huge house. And then the property takes hours and hours to keep it all nice and weeded and everything. Thank you, Jeannie. I'm going to make you a mod as a moderator. Yeah. Thank you all for coming. And my story on YouTube is called On My Way Home. It shows how God has protected me again and again and again. You don't have a husband, divorced 30 years. Oh, I'm sorry. That's awful. And it's not always good to stay married to somebody, especially if they're not walking with the Lord or they have a lot of issues. Anyway, when I saw Merv constantly berating her husband and then tell everybody online that she's going to get a divorce right in front of her children. I don't know if she did that as a shock value or if it's true. But it really made me feel bad to see her. Oh, your son is disabled. I'm sorry. Can I ask what he's disabled with? I have a lot. My son is 50. He was born in 69, so he's 50 something. How old is Tim? 55, 54. I can't keep track of it. Anyway, and then I have a granddaughter, and they all suffer depression. Oh, cerebral palsy. Oh, I'm sorry. But you know what? There's a new day coming, and we're not going to have any more pain. You know, I thought of something. You know, there's that river that runs by the throne of God. And it's talk about this river that flows right by the throne of God. And then the Bible says that God is going to talk to us and tell us why all these things happened. And he's going to take each tear from our eyes with his own hand. He's going to wipe away the tears. Where do you think he's going to put those tears? Do you think he's going to flick them off and throw them away? Those are precious.
Right.
And I believe those tears go into that river that flows by the throne of God. It's the Crystal River. And that river is made up of the tears of people who have, my husband's praying, the girls, both girls. He's a good young man. He got happy in the Lord and ran around the church. Oh, how sweet. Yeah, our girls are from the Crystal River. That's beautiful. Yeah, that flows by the throne. Shall we gather at the river? Beautiful, the beautiful river. I should play that on the piano. Anyway, I find peace in playing hymns and playing piano. I play the Lord's Prayer in the morning and at night almost every day on my vintage pump organ. I love playing hymns on it. And I'm going to be making a video of me playing the pump organ. You can carry it around to different places. And I'm going to play 5 or 6 different songs. And I'm going to start out in a beautiful area. And I'm going to play the one that is for peace, Dona Nobis Pacem. And that is the song for Ukraine, to have peace in Ukraine. And then the sunflower is their flower. Anyway, I'm going to have a video of me. Oh, I never thought of doing that in Spanish. Larry,
Yeah.
can you say the Lord's Prayer in Spanish?
No.
No, my husband's fluent in Spanish. Oh, poor Ukraine. How do you start it? Our Father? Dios? My mother spoke Spanish. My mother was Mexican. Before she died, she was Mexican. Anyway, so I'm going to start the pump organ has see the pump organ there. The side of it has. This is my entryway. The side of it has. You can take the top off, and then you can carry it. And I used to carry these into the graveyard, and people would play them there at the graveyard. And then, so I'm going to play that Dona Nobis in a beautiful area, and then the Lord's Prayer, and then Abide with Me. Anyway, there's 5 or 6 songs that I play, and then in the middle, I'm going to have Dona Nobis, but I'm going to be in the burned out forest. You know, we had firestorms that were horrible this last summer. Que ese es cielo. Cielo is singing. Hace tu nombre. Yes, would love to hear you play. And yeah, a lot of videos posted about my playing. I love the pump organ the best. Even though I got that big piano, I got a big, beautiful piano. I don't like to, I brag too much. I grew up being so poor and so abused. So I tend to brag too much. And I don't mean to brag, but it's because I feel so blessed because of the way I grew up without food and so poor. And I feel very blessed because Larry's been a very good provider.
But what, was it shorter?
And we even have a crazy bus. It's a huge motorhome. Oh, you know what? Somebody said that we deserve it because I'm a child of God, but then how about those people that are starving to death, those children? They deserve it too. So, oh, there's a woodpecker on the big woodpecker. Yeah, we have woodpeckers all over here. He's in the big tree. Here he comes, the woodpecker. And we have bald eagles too. And heron that eat my fish. Ooh, I was so mad. Those heron are making me mad. Killing. I had 76 great big fish, like 8-inch long goldfish, and now I'm down to. Hi, Nancy Drew. Hey, hey, how are you, Nancy Drew? Hey, I want to make you a mod. And everybody, yep, I'm in Oregon. I'm 250 feet over the edge of boring. Boring. What? I'm going to add you as a moderator. How about that, Nancy Drew? Woohoo! Anybody else want to be a moderator? You are in Oregon? Yes, I'm in Oregon. I'm 200 feet over the edge of boring Oregon. Actually, I think it's 300 feet. But and is it boring? Yep. And we can see Mount Hood from here. We really can. But I have to fly my drone, just go straight up. So, yeah, it's fun to be a moderator. I was a moderator on Jules, but for some reason I got dropped, me and Cinnamon Hot Hot. So I don't know what happened. She said she was going to fix it. I hope I didn't do anything wrong, but I've been a crybaby. I cry about everything these days, so that made me cry for a few days. I felt so bad. I don't think she meant anything about it, but maybe she thinks I'm too crazy because my hemoglobin's so low. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just rambling. So pray for me as I make that video uh, of my taking my pump organ around, and then that crazy clock. And then we have a drone, and my husband's going to take a picture of me playing the pump organ in an old cemetery, and the drone's going to fly around me. And then at the end, I'm going to finish it with the. Yeah, you're welcome, Nancy Drew. Thank you for coming here and being a subscriber. I hope everybody subscribes. Ooh, beautiful view, isn't it? Look at those orange. I need to do a walk around my yard. I think I'll do that tomorrow. If you look at my other videos from years ago, walk around my yard, you'll see the beautiful. Look at the rhododendrons. They're bright pink. And the neighbor had a beautiful, beautiful, brilliant pink. And I don't have one that color, so I'm gonna have to find that color because it is just gorgeous. I wonder if they would let me have a little snippet of it. Let's see. So, like I said, pray for my husband. I'm really worried. And you know what? As much as I can't stand that lady that is just so mean to her husband, we need to pray for her too. She needs the Lord. She is just mean and nasty and thinks that she is just better than everybody else. And she hurts people. She's always hurting them on purpose. And she doesn't need to do that. That's just wrong. Just wrong. So she needs prayer too. So yeah, she needs prayer. I don't know. Maybe instead of making fun of her, because I watch all the channels that make fun of her and can't stand her, and I say things in there too. And I've been thinking about it. Noodles was talking about not being mean to people, and Noodles is never mean to that person that is just wicked mean to her. And she doesn't lash back, so I've learned a lot from Noodles because she is sweet. Anybody know Noodle Mash? She talks about her suffering serious mental illness, and she's not ashamed to admit that she has mental illness and depression. But she's got it together more than most of us because she's so put together and doesn't be mean. And she says, don't be talking about other people. Yeah, Larry is a very, very good guy. FLCC protocols for the recover. Yeah, he eats a vegan diet. He works hard. Right now he's putting in an emergency center. Her channel is Noodle Mash, and she doesn't have any hair and any teeth, and she's heavy because she has serious health issues. Her teeth are because of her health issues, but people make fun of her because she doesn't have teeth. And then somebody said that she looks like Jabba the Hutt, that how can she stand being so fat and everything. And it just hurt her so bad, but she didn't lash back. And I knew it hurt her being called Jabba the Hutt, and then not having any hair because of her immune system and her diabetes. You can't lose weight when you're on those diabetic meds. You just can't. It's impossible to lose weight. Yeah, Noodle Mash. Let me find her. I really like her. I haven't visited her website for a day or two because I just haven't had time. Noodle.
Less than a gram of added sugar. You have 3 grams of added sugar.
Clean hands, clean conscience. Yeah. She is just a delightful person, and I tell you,
730 milligrams.
people say she's mentally ill, but I tell you what, she's got it more together than I do, that's for sure. Yeah, some people are so cruel to call her Jabba the Hutt, and that, she should get her weight down, but that's just really sad. Yeah, try her, you'll like her. She's a good person. I really respect her because she's saying that, we shouldn't lash back at people that hurt us because they've got some problems, serious problems. And she's right. Oh, this is the neighbors. Anyway, it's beautiful pink. I'll have to show you tomorrow. So, well, anyway,
This is 660 per week.
thank you for praying for my husband. And oh, I make these things. Do you, when people get baptized in the water immersion? Oh, I love my deck. Isn't that gorgeous? Larry rebuilt it. We have 3 decks. There's this deck, and the deck on the guest house is a huge deck, and then the master bedroom deck. But I saw this swim spa pool. Anyway, when you have water immersion and they use that white cloth on your face, I embroider this. Their name is just a cloth, and it says baptized into Christ, and then their name, and then they can keep that as a memento of their baptism. And I do this at no cost. I've done this for 20 years. I have that embroidery machine, that great big Baby Lock. It's a 6-needle embroidery machine. So I've done that for, it doesn't matter what church, just baptism, even baby baptisms. Anyway, thank you for talking with me and for praying for my husband. My husband, he was an atheist when I met him. And I was somewhat of a Christian, but I hadn't gone to church for a long time. And Paul moved to Oregon, or moved to Larry flew him to Tampa, Florida. And his daughter told us what horrible people we were for taking her dad's money. All we did was take his Social Security check. He only got $1,200 a month, $1,400 a month. And we took care of him, full care of him, his food, rented the apartment. She says we overcharged. That apartment is worth $2,000 a month. And it's just crazy for her. And then Larry flew all the way to Tampa just to deliver Paul. And she told my husband what a rotten person we are, that we're all about money. My husband didn't say anything. He kept his mouth shut. He knew she was wrong, but he's not going to argue with an idiot. So, I mean, we gave him we fed him dinner. I washed his clothes. I took care of him. I cleaned his apartment. His house was gorgeous. He had a 1,100 square foot guest house. It's perfect. Anyway, and Larry took him out with him 3 or 4 times a week, and then he went to church with us. And for us just to take his Social Security check was all he got. Oh my goodness, it was silly. And yeah, we fed him, cut his hair in that beautiful apartment. His cat, oh yeah, we paid for his cat's care. The social services at Kaiser said we should charge him $4,500 a month, and that is a minimum, and that just charging him $1,400 a month was, and that's all he had, because he never saved for his future. But we really cared about Paul, and we kept him here. And he was a godly man. He used to work for Crusade. Who was it? Who did Paul work for? Crusade. Anyway, who's that famous Bible crusader? I can't remember. Anyway, Paul was a good Christian. So I believe he came to us. God sent him here, and we gave him a good rest of his life here. And for him to live with us for 6.5, almost 7 years. Yeah, I bought his cat food. It was $50 for a small bag. Life Abundance is really good cat food. Jimmy Swaggart, no. Larry?
No,
Who's that great big evangelist that Paul used to work for?
Billy Graham.
Billy Graham, yeah, Billy Graham. And he didn't have any place to go. And he was going into a care facility and he was crying about it because he was going to lose his cat. And they would have taken every penny he had. But Larry didn't take all his money. Larry was putting $200 of Paul's money a month for Paul's emergency needs. We bought his clothes. We bought, everything. Bought his medicine, took him to the doctor. He was always going to the doctor, always picking up his meds. And his daughter accused us of taking too much money. Oh my goodness. And we couldn't believe that she just gave Larry a tongue lashing. Here, Larry flew all the way to Tampa to take Paul and flew back the next day. I was upset with my husband because I didn't want him to be on the plane because of COVID. But we feel, yeah, she owes us money for sure. And they have a lake house, so they're not poor. They have a regular house, and then they got a lake house. They got a beautiful home. But she doesn't have the Lord in her heart. She's just mean. So the Lord will have to tell her, on Judgment Day, she's going to have to answer. We're all going to have to answer for what we did if we don't confess. But Larry, the doctor said Larry, it was too much stress for Larry. And that's why he was losing weight. But Paul's been gone for 4 or 5 months now.
The only thing I kind of didn't understand was
And 6 months, I don't know. And Larry's still stressed out and still losing weight. And yeah, Social Security. I think he got $1,300 or $1,400 a month. That's all he got. And Larry was putting $100 or $200 a month away in a savings account. Anyway, she got it all. Yeah, so sad. So, and we miss Paul. It's sad. Larry lost his only, he never really had family. His only brother never was a brother to Larry. He's 7 years older and he hated Larry. And his parents hated me, so Larry was not loved by his family. So it was just really sad. Yeah, she was unappreciative. So I can play the Lord's Prayer and then end the live here. So I'll do that. You guys want to hear the Lord's Prayer on the pump organ? Oh, my knee is hurting me. I don't know if I can walk. Oh. Like I said, my house is a filthy mess right now. I got stuff everywhere because got clothes that I'm taking to it's called a Father's Heart. And I washed like 20 loads to take. Hold on a second. To take to Father's Heart house or something like that. And it's homeless people that go in and take the shower. They get a shower and they take off their clothes and they get some clean clothes. Anyway, I've got a truck and a carload of clothes that I've washed. So I've been washing them. Got them in stacks all around here. But even though I'm disabled and I don't feel good, I can do something like that. So I'll show you my plump organ. Look at here. Look at the beautiful front yard. Is that gorgeous? We had deer. There's my husband. Hi, guys. That's my husband. Somebody wants to hear the pump organ.
Is Liza still on here?
No, Liza, are you still on here? I don't think she is. Here, I'll have to put it right here. Ugh. All right, I'll play the Lord's Prayer. Ugh. I get funny when I play in front of people. I always mess up. I told you I can't play in front of people. I get embarrassed. I mess up. That's because I never had attended recitals as a kid, and that's really important. Anyway, thank you all for coming. I'll show you the sunset. Liza loved going here. We caught her that would she would go across the Otis. Shut up. Would go right here and she would pray. She loved that spot. But look at that net we had to put over our pond. Looks ugly. Ooh. But, and then I put these balloons, the helium balloons, that scared him away. But it was a bird with a 5-foot wingspan just diving in and getting my fish. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Hi, fishy fishies. Yeah, you guys aren't having to hide in. But I had 75 great big ones, and now I'm down to only 5 of the big ones. Hi, guys. You want some dinner? Anyway, God bless you all. Thank you for coming and not laughing at my goofy playing. Like I told you, I freak out when people listen to me. That's the crazy bus. Oh, hey. I haven't told Larry yet. I'm going to be taking driving lessons. I'm going to drive the crazy bus. It's 40-something feet long. It's got a diesel engine. It gets 5 miles a gallon, so we can't even go down the street. Anyway, thank you all for coming. Lily pad. Oh, yeah, look at those flowers. And then I bought some. This is yellow one, but it's never bloomed. I've had it there for 3 years. Ooh. So, God bless. Thank you for coming.